Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the rebirth of Y2K fashion. How a fashion trend from the early 20s become popular again among today's generation. Y2K fashion is more than just colorful clothes and shining accessories. It represents culture, creativity, nostalgia, and self-expression. Even though the trend started over 20 years ago, it has returned strongly through social media, celebrities, and modern fashion brands. I will talk about Y2K fashion and why it is my favorite form of art. Y2K fashion refers to the clothing styles from the late 1990s and early 2000s. The term Y2K means year 2000, a period when people were excited about entering a new millennium. During that time, fashion became bold, colorful, futuristic, and very expressive. Some common Y2K fashion items include low-rise jeans, baby tee, platform shoes, shiny fabrics, mini skirts, and colorful sunglasses. Celebrities like Britney Spears and Paris Hilton made this style very popular. Even today, Y2K fashion has become trendy again, especially among teenagers and young adults on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Personally, Y2K fashion is my favorite art form because it is creative, unique, and full of personality. One reason why I love Y2K fashion is because it allows people to express themselves freely. Unlike simple or basic clothing styles, Y2K outfits are bold and eye-catching. People mix bright colors, glittery accessories, denims, and futuristic designs to create unique looks. I think this style shows confidence and individuality. Everyone can style Y2K fashion differently based on their own personality. Some people prefer a cute and feminine look, while others choose sporty and edgy outfits. This freedom of expression is what makes it special to me. Another reason I admire Y2K fashion is because it reflects the culture and emotions of the early 2000s. At that time, people were excited about technology and the future. This is why many outfits included metallic colors, shiny fabrics, and futuristic accessories. Fashion designers wanted clothing to look modern and high-tech. To me, Y2K fashion is more than just clothing. It represents memory, creativity, and the spirit of a generation. I believe Y2K fashion should be considered a form of art. Art is something that expresses ideas, emotions, and creativity, and fashion does exactly that. Fashion designers carefully choose colors, fabrics, patterns, and shapes to create meaningful designs. In Y2K fashion, every detail was designed to stand out and attract attention. For example, silver metallic clothing symbolized futuristic ideas, while colorful accessories represented full and excitement. Fashion also tells stories about society and culture. Y2K fashion reflected people's hopes, dreams, and fascination with technology during the early 2000s. Another reason fashion is art is because it influenced other creative fields such as music, photography, and film. Many music videos from the Y2K era used glamorous and futuristic outfits to create strong visual effects. Even today, influencers and designers continue to recreate the Y2K aesthetic because it remains visually appealing. Museums around the world, such as the Victoria and Albert Museum, also display fashion exhibitions. This shows that fashion is recognized as an important artistic and cultural subject. Although Y2K fashion is creative and popular, there are also some issues surrounding it. One major issue is fast fashion. Since Y2K fashion became trendy again, many clothing companies started producing cheap versions of Y2K outfits very quickly. This causes environmental problems because many clothes are thrown away after trends change. Fast fashion also affects workers because some factories may have poor working conditions and low wages. This issue is important because fashion should not harm people or the environment. Another issue is body image and beauty standard. During the early 2000s, celebrities often promote unrealistic beauty ideals, especially very thin body types. Clothing trends like low-rise jeans and crop tops make some people feel pressure to look a certain way. As a result, many teenagers feel insecure about their bodies. Even today, some people feel excluded from Y2K fashion because they think they do not fit the ideal look. However, modern fashion culture is becoming more inclusive. Today, people of different body types and identities are styling Y2K fashion in their own way. This positive change helps fashion become more accepting and diverse. In conclusion, Y2K fashion is my favorite form of art because it is expressive, creative, and meaningful. It allows people to show their personality and reflect the culture of the early 2000s. I believe Y2K fashion should be considered art because it combines creativity, design, emotion, and cultural expression. At the same time, there are important issues connected to it, such as fast fashion and unrealistic beauty standards. Overall, Y2K fashion is not just about clothing. It is a creative movement that connects fashion, culture, history, and identity. That is why I find it inspiring and meaningful as an art form. Thank you for watching.